The National Youth Survey on Young People indicates that young South Africans are at risk of HIV infection, with 1 in 10 currently infected. It also underscores the disproportionate impact of risk and infection on young women. The survey shows that more than 2/3 of the youth reported change in their sexual behavior because of awareness about HIV and AIDS, and there's also a substantial increase in reported condom use at last 6. Despite this, it seems that most young people are not even talking about HIV and AIDS.
When I am with my friends, we do not talk about sexual transmitted diseases or infections. We don't talk about things like that because I think having that topic will be a thing of, they don't want to talk about that thing. They want to talk about like things that are much less important than what is the reality.
Honestly, don't talk about HIV and AIDS, and I think there's just that fear of talking about it because talking about HIV is such a taboo in our society nowadays. Even talking about it with our parents is a problem sometimes because parents have a certain stereotype towards HIV, towards sex. We can't have those open conversations. So I think that just passes on to us because we can't have those talks when we don't really know much about HIV and how to prevent it and how one gets it, because we don't even talk about if we are sexually active or not.
Of particular concern is the high percentage of young people, including those already infected, who underestimate their risk for HIV.
It's scary considering that you can't really tell when a person actually has HIV, and living in the time that we live in as sexually active people, it's a bit scary to think that the person that you're sleeping with could have HIV and the person could not be telling you about it. And with the fact that HIV can actually live in your body undetected for years, it's also very scary.
When it comes to my peers, like teenagers here at school, most teenagers are doing sex at the ages of 13 years old, I think, and they are most concerned about getting pregnant other than contracting the disease. So I think they need more exposure and awareness about how risky HIV it is.
Despite subjects on HIV at school, educators say there's an urgent need for more conversations among young people on the virus.
From what I've seen here, especially in the area where I teach, the children are talking less and less about it, and now they're getting the idea that it's not there anymore in a way. They're more scared of pregnancy than HIV and STIs, and it's evident that they are having sexual intercourse at a very young age, because my school has a big problem of teenage pregnancy. We have mothers as young as 13 in the school, so it's a bit concerning because I think they're not talking about it enough. So they're thinking it's not as bad or as non-existent.
There's also a call from young people for parents to be more open about discussing sex and HIV and AIDS transmission. Lerato Fekisi, SABC News, Gqeberha.